English. Oh, they're so cute. I like it. Your game? The game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Do you wish to continue? Sure. This game may potentially trigger seizures for. Okay. Your discretion is advised. I like this little friend. That walk was brutal, but this cabin is amazing. Full kitchen, running water, it really has everything. Oh, I like little pots. Finally, a place I can read a good book in peace. I can't wait achoo! I'm sorry everyone, it must be the dust. Get those allergies under control. Don't worry guys, I'm sure with a little elbow grease we can make this cabin shine. So, are you volunteering to clean? No. Not many supplies here, guess we'll have to go out to get what we need. There's a fireplace for making stew, so let's gather up some firewood, okay? Stew sounds delicious. Leave that to me, little guy. I'll tidy up around the cabin. Need to save Mariah from dying due to this dust. Haha. Hey. Allergies are nothing to joke about. She's not dead yet, Pipsqueak. Calm down. Thanks. I think I'll go foraging outside with over 450 mosses, 900 fungi, and 70 slime molds. There's bound to be treasure up here. Roughly, it is fun. Anatoly knows so much about edible foods. We're in good hands. I think the slime mold should be the most delicious. I don't know about that. Most certainly not. What about the fungi? Do you even know which ones are poisonous? I could figure that out by taste testing the fungi. You can be the canary in the coal mine at Anatoly. I'm not ending up a corpse here. Eek. Keep both eyes open, little guy. Plenty of wolves and brown bears around. They won't be a problem. I read up on 10 different techniques to incapacitate them. Number 1 is Anatoly. Oh yeah, sorry Mariah. Got carried away again, haha. I'll have Anatoly look for food. I am definitely better at warding off wild animals. If we come up empty-handed, we can always eat some of the food we brought. Do you mean the emergency rations? Bad idea, chump. Hey, Anatoly and Mariah are getting the food. Gregor's getting the firewood. That makes you our designated chef. Everyone's looking at you expectantly. You nod. Very excited to try your cooking. Alright everyone, let's go to work while there's still sunlight. Later! Alright, good luck everyone. Mariah, Anatoly, Gregor. The 3 exit the cabin before leaving you and Karen alone. I think Anatoly put the supplies in the kitchen. Thanks for helping out with the cooking. Tutorial. To save the game, right-click or hit the escape button on your keyboard to pull up the menu. This will also allow you to adjust volume levels or exit to the title screen to view unlockables. Please note, going back to the main menu or exiting the game without saving will remove progress you made. Be sure to save. Get this. Okay, that's quick save. Do you have any experience making meals? Of course, probably not extremely. Say nothing. Sure! Is that so? Looking at you, I think you'd be good at serving up food poisoning, huh? Right? It looks like Karen will remember that. Anyways, going to check out the living room. Let's talk later. Karen heads to the living room and starts looking at the books. You decide to look around the kitchen to find ingredients for the meal tonight. Sorry, you'll never know what you'll find around the cabin. Clues and secrets may be revealed by searching an area more than once. Why not give it a try? What area do you want to search first? Let's try the cupboards. The first few cupboards are empty. Anatoly must have been putting the supplies somewhere else. Let's try the cupboards again. You check the cupboards again. Just some mouse turds and cobwebs. The drawers. You check the drawers on the left. Just some dirty knives. Let's try the cupboards again. Under the sink. You found a dead mouse. This would be a great gift to give to Corinne. You added the dead mouse to your inventory. The drawers? You check the drawers above the mouse hole. Some kind of mold is growing in this one. Maybe Karen will find it appetizing. And the wood pile. There's nothing but cobwebs back here. Thankfully, no spiders. I guess more cupboards. The dead mouse in the cupboard is not ready for the dead mouse yet. The doors. You check the drawers above. Something is making it difficult to open. You pull it with all your might. It's time! Trumpets sound off. Never fear, Onion is here. Like my cousin Cornbread says, I'll rise to the occasion. Always merry raspberry. Potato? Cabbage stuffed me into this drawer. I'm pretty sure this counts as kidnapping. Where are the trumpets? Why talk with those boring humans? All they have to give you is drama. Come chat with us instead. We'll share valuable recipes you can cook. We'll share with you our secret trumpet recipe. Collect them all to become a 5-star chef. Tutorials you can find unlock recipes in the main menu under extra, but be sure to save the game. To celebrate, here's your first recipe card. Roasted eggplant with sesame and pomegranate meat free. You unlocked your first recipe. If you ever want to talk, just come to the door. Trumpets, let's move out. Cabbage really slams the door closed. You wonder if what you saw was real. You're slightly worried about what this means for your mental state, but only slightly. I found nothing. Hey, did you find the supplies? You shake your head. And until he lied, he actually put them in the bedroom. Idiot. Here you go. You got the emergency supplies. Karen leaves you alone again. You start a fire with some of the wood to get on to work on cooking dinner. Tonight's entree, vegetable stew. In a large saucepan over medium heat, you heat some water with potatoes, carrots, and celery in it. 15 minutes later, you drain the pan, set the vegetables aside. Placing some butter in the saucepan, you melt it over medium heat. Throwing some chopped onions in, you cook it for about 10 minutes. While onions are tender and translucent, perfect. You next mix in some flour, salt, pepper, and heavy cream into the saucepan, adding the vegetables to the mixture. Hours pass. Hello everyone, we're back, more firewood than you'll ever need. We found some wild sorrel? Maybe tomorrow we'll have a bigger bounty. Anatoly is burying the lead. We saw a red deer. Mariah spotted it. Yeah, that's great. Anyways, killed 17 spiders today while you were out looking at deer. Yeah, that should come as no surprise. There are over 160 oh god. 160? Don't worry, Mariah. I'm sure they were all in the bathroom or something. No. Almost all of them were near the couch. I was going to sleep on the couch. That's where 16 of them were. I'm not sleeping on that couch then. And there's only 2 beds in the bedroom. Don't sweat it, Mariah. I can sleep anywhere, so I'll use the rocking chair. Just in case any of them storm the couch, I'll sleep with one eye open. Thanks, Gregor. Karen and Anatoly, you two take the bedroom. Thanks, good guy. Joke's on you, Gregor. I always plan on taking one of the beds. Anatoly, I snore louder than a lumber yard. Eck. Sweet dreams, chump. You take her back to the bubbling vegetable stew and try a bite. Ooh, that looks delicious. This tastes pretty good. You cooked vegetable stew. First meal, let's go. You set the table and ask everyone to dig in. Oh wow, this smells delicious. Thank you. You must be a world-class chef. Karen takes a bite. It's bland. Karen. Tastes like every other vegetable stew, so generic. You use some meat next time. Gross. Maybe more seasoning? For a side dish, we could bake bread. Utilize the known as strawberries for some jam. Nobody cares pipsqueak. Everyone laughs at Karen's plate ribbing. Nothing makes you happier than cooking a great meal for friends. This could very well be the best day you've ever had. You go to bed stuffed. Day 0. Oh no, it's day 1, okay. At least I survived day 1, so that's good. Never mind me eating some talking vegetables. Hey, you up? How'd you sleep? I was so warm last night, I didn't even need a blanket. What time is it? About 1 hour until dawn. Will you two quiet down? Trying to sleep over here. Yeah. Gregor, the birds outside aren't making much noise yet. We didn't bring many supplies, remember? Better to get a head start on gathering food. It's too early for this. Gregor, did you see any spiders last night? There was a small one in the bathroom. Actually, I did see a centipede by the sink. It turns a little pale. Karen's messing with you, Mariah. Let's find more than wild sorrel today. You're a lucky little guy. Maybe I'll treat you to catch some wild brown trout. That's what's with you and me, big guy. Anatoly's herbalism book stated that there are many more species of plants to eat out here. Let's leave the fish alone. You know, I'm not into meat. That's a shame. I wake up early to go fishing. Cheer up, Karen. We'll get to observe the trout at the very least. Maybe we'll see more red deer today. That sounds like a waste of time, Gregor. Haha. Maybe we'll find some blackthorn berries? I love blackthorn berries. Haha. I'll be back later. Can you watch our stuff today? You nod. Thank you. Thanks. Don't steal anything, okay? You nod. Alright, Anatoly, Gregor, and Karen leave the cabin with a skip to their stab. You're alone, but thankfully you have a drawer of chompets to keep you company. Each day, you'll be asked to explore a different part of the cabin. You only get one choice, and the day will end. Choose wisely. What do you want to check out today? With the chompets, with the bedroom. Should I go into the basement? I want to check out the basement. This door goes in the basement. There's no reason to go to the basement right now. You wait for the others to return. What? I just wasted my day. We're back. Hee hee. Knock it off, Mariah. Pretty rare to be scared of one. It's not. Hee hee hee. Who knew the big guy would be so scared of it? Shut up. You don't understand. You don't think anyone understands Gregor. It was just a marmot, Gregor, not a monster. I laughed so hard that your ears ring. Tears are rolling down Mariah's cheeks. She's laughing so hard that she's about to hyperventilate. Stop her from hyperventilating? Absolutely not. One less mouth to feed, right? You don't get it? It's pretty personal. Then please explain, big guy. Gregor looks incredibly uncomfortable. Let's leave him alone. We found some raspberries and elderberries near the cabin. Quite the selection of species here. We also found more wild sorrel. Is this going to be enough for a good meal? Everyone's looking at you for an answer. You decide to do an inventory of all available ingredients. It takes you a while. But you deciding your specialty cabbage rolls. You first bring a large pot of water to a boil. You let the cabbage leaves boil for 2 minutes, draining the pot into the sink. In a medium mixing bowl, you combine new cooked rice, onion, and egg, salt, pepper, along with some tomato sauce. Use your hands to mix thoroughly. Try to wash your hands after, it won't come off. Dividing the rice mixture evenly between the cabbage leaves, you roll them up, tie them in a string so they stay in one piece. You place the cabbage rolls in a large skillet over a medium heat, pouring the roasted tomato mixture over the top. Covering it, you bring it to a boil. Reduce the heat to low. Let the cabbage rolls simmer for about 40 minutes, being sure to baste it with the liquid. It looks good. You cooked a cabbage roll. Meals and deals, you cooked your second dish. Congrats. Maya looks optimistic. Karen looks skeptical. Anatoly looks curious. Gregor looks thrilled. Wait, but what did I do with the berries? You watched intently as everyone takes the first bite. Was this better than yesterday's meal? That's pretty good. Wow, I could eat the whole batch myself. I think the vegetable stew tasted better, but I'm loving it. What? The sauce is pretty red. Do you use fresh tomatoes? It really adds to it. Spoon some of the liquid on top of it. You'll thank me later. Incredible. It's definitely growing on me. There's really something special. Thanks again for cooking. No problem. Everyone leaves the dishes behind for you to do. Thanks. Dishes can wait. Everyone goes to bed full and happy. You sleep instantly. Tomorrow will be another great day. Okay, basement. No, got it. Should I just hang out in the kitchen then? I was hoping to find ingredients in the basement. Good morning, everyone. Gig. Again, Gregor. Can't you let us sleep in? Not today. Why? Storm clouds are coming. We need to find some food before it begins to downpour. Gregor, you're overreacting. We have enough food to last us a while. Enough food? I thought we used most of the supplies for last night's dinner. He's right. The meal you made was delicious, but I used a lot of what we had. Gregor is also correct. Participation is unusually high in this. Or precipitation is unusually high in this area, with many areas being high risk for flooding. It'd be foolish not to go out and look for food. You really think it'll flood? Thankfully, the cabin is on high ground, but that doesn't mean we're safe from floodwaters. Always a possibility, so it can't hurt to be prepared. You're losing it, Gregor. Aaron, there's nothing to worry about. I think Gregor's right. Huh? It won't hurt to be prepared for the worst. I think she's right. Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. It's holy. Let's go, prepare for the storm. Provision should be a key priority today. There are plenty of edible food, so it's better odds than trying to hunt. In a few minutes, I'll plot out our route on some paper. We help little guy. I guess it's just me in the cabin. I tell Gregor head to the bedroom to consult the map. Ryan and Karen still hanging around. Unfortunately, you can't make everyone happy when given a choice to speak the character. Choose wisely. You can only select one of them. Max out your bond with certain characters for unique dialogue and scenarios. Which one would you like to talk to? I'll go with Mariah. Mariah's paging through some of the books on the bookshelf. You walk over to her. Hello? There are some great books here. Any cookbooks? Which one is your favorite? The scary one, the crafting one. The scary one. I already read the entire thing. It wasn't scary at all. Very surface level horror, a cheap imitation of real horror. Ending with a woman screaming. Does that even count as an ending? Wow, you ruined the ending for me? Rude. You tell her it's a prequel to another book. You're kidding, right? I lost all faith in authors. You know Frankenstein, right? Not the 1931 film, the book by Mary Shelley. It started with a moat around the North Pole. It definitely had more to say than the film or this book. Mariah's judging your choice harshly. I'm pretty sure she'll remember that. Gregor and Anatoly come back from their meeting. Gregor is blushing slightly. Hey, can you cook something while we're out? You nod. Thank you. Alright everyone, we have our route now. Let's beat those rain clouds. Alright, good luck! The group leaves determined as ever. You have the cabin all to yourself. Eh? What's that noise? Sounds like it's coming from the kitchen. Radio? What's going on with that radio? You didn't even notice on the ground when you walked in. Did somebody leave this radio here? Looks newer than anything you've seen before. Seems to be broken. Better hold on to this. You got the strange radio. Before you cook dinner, what should you check out? Check the kitchen, check out the bedroom, look. Okay, we'll not do the basement. Bathroom, bedroom. I'm gonna check out the bedroom. Morning, Tully. Her snoring is so loud she often wakes you up. And Tully must be running on fumes. Would he have the courage to wake her up, though? Probably not. Walk around for the others, or you wait for the others to return. Mara's back early today. Hey, others are still looking for food outside, and until we find some more berries, but nothing that will feed all of us. Please don't tell the others, but I'm a little worried about our supplies. I crunched the numbers, we don't have enough food even with rationing, so to last if we get stuck here. Maya seems disappointing in your inventory management. Try cooking with a little less this evening. You nod. You've done such a great job with meals so far. You're very sweet. Is Mara blushing a little? I will remember that. Oh, let's go. Maybe you can teach me to cook sometime? Of course. Not. Looking forward to it. We could hold cooking classes here someday. That'd be kind of cool. Rudely interrupting a tender moment, the others burst into the cabin. Don't be so down, everyone. We got tons of good berries. Titch. Jam is so bland without any sugar, though. Do you have any? Shake your head sadly. Yikes. Turn the frown upside down, Karen. Who knows what tomorrow will bring? I'm not smiling for you, Gregor. He, missed out. The sunset was really tremendous on our way back. It was of orange red, even a little purple poking out. Red sky at night, sailor's delight. Red sky in morning, sailors take warning. So we can expect a sailor's delight tomorrow? That's awesome, big guy. Must have walked a few miles today. Beautiful area. You can even see snow on the tips of the mountains. That rumble sounded like a dying calf. You look from person to person, trying to determine who it was. It was definitely Mariah. Mariah? I'd recognize that sound from anywhere. Ugh, guilty. Mariah looks embarrassed, but the group laughs at her honesty. Except for you. You search your mind for something to say, but all you can think of is an old riddle. Ahem. Those who have it do not want it. Those who have it least succeed. Those who have it for too long perish. You feed it, it gets smaller. Am I? Dust? Try again, big guy. Everyone is pondering the answer. Mara's face lights up. I got it. The hunger? Correct. That was my guess. What's on the menu tonight, chef? Bread and jam. Crush the berries in your small mortar, pesto spreading on some crusty bread. It looks good, but you cook raspberry jam and bread. But we don't have any sugar, right? Bare covered, so no, the bread's a little tough. Or don't look a gift horse in the mouth. But this homemade jam is to die for, haha. Sorry. No, you're right, Gregor. This bread stinks. Mariah. Everyone laughs. Not sure this could be called a meal, but it's got the job done. Everyone thanks you for dinner, heads off to sleep. Oh no, the meals are gonna be getting worse and worse. You go to bed wishing you had more. You had a strange dream. Something has been clinging to your back for days. You try to see it in the mirror, but you can't get a good look at it. It won't get off. The pain between your shoulder blades is getting worse by the hour. You wander away from the cabin, stumbling by a river to soak your back in cool water. It doesn't work. It cuts deeper into your back, causing the river to run red. You didn't want things to come, but you exhausted all other options. You swim out to the middle. Rocks on the bottom cut your feet. You slip, fall backwards. You push yourself to the bottom, trying to submerge the creature, shutting your back. It won't drown. It won't drown. It won't drown. You splash frantically, plunging your head between the water. You let the current take you downstream. You give up trying to swim to the shore. Water fills your mouth and nostrils. After a minute, you stop struggling against the waters. As you gaze up at the sky, you feel it leaving your back, drifting into the sky as you sink into the bottom. You take your last gasp, you see what was on your back, but you don't even have time to the air your lungs to scream. You wake up in a cold sweat. What was that? Oh no. Maybe I'm glad I didn't go to the basement. Just a dream, right? Wake up. Are you making strange noises in your sleep? What's going on, Gregor? Did the lightning wake you up? It woke me up. Tried to fall back asleep, but it's so loud. Ugh. Let's just get back to sleep. Talk about this in the morning. Everyone nods in agreement and gets back to sleep. Except for you. You can't fall back asleep. You still have goosebumps from the nightmare. Karen's snoring is making the walls shake. You don't sleep a week, opening your eyes when you hear Anatoly slamming the door. He sounds petrified. I looked out the door. We're completely surrounded by floodwaters. Looks like sailors taking warning was more appropriate for today. Maybe it'll clear up tomorrow? You're no optimist, Karen. Yeah, that's all Gregor has going for him. Ick. He's also good at chopping wood, though. Haha. Knock it off, you two. Do you think it'll clear up tomorrow? Give it a 27% chance, based on what? I was bored stiff, so I read a book on local precipitation levels. I told you you're a book nerd, right? Why didn't you read it earlier? Couldn't make it past the cover. Is that right? Yes. That bookshelf has some great books on artisan crafting and natural sciences. Why let them sit there gathering dust? How did you arrive at 27% chance of it clearing tomorrow? It's easy. Take the time of year, multiply by a factor of. Alright, begins to explain meteorology to you. Isn't dumbing any of this down. It's similar to where, so the first thing you need to understand, minutes of explanation feels like hours. You look over at Anatoly, he's listening intently to Mariah. So intently, he hasn't even blinked yet. You can see his eyes drying up. I sure rose on one of his cheeks. This is brutal to watch. Mariah finally rests with her lecture ending with a bow. Nobody claps. Tough crowd. Right, that was awe-inspiring. You lost me if you miss him, but it's okay. I didn't understand a word. Yeah. Until it turns to you. There's no telling how long this will last. We can't even leave the cabin until these floodwaters stop. I know our food situation is a little tight, but I know you'll make the right decisions. I believe in you. Me too. Why are they all looking at me like that? Looks like we have enough leftover berries for more bread and raspberry jam. I'll pass on the jam, just give me more crusty bread. Everyone laughs. Good for you. With everyone stranded in the cabin, you need to keep an eye. Keep everyone fed and happy. You sneak out in the kitchen while everyone's still talking. Get us some crusty bread. Get working on some more jam. The kitchen all to yourself. You decide to check in on the trumpets. Hello. Don't worry, as leader of the Trumpets, I'll make sure none of the humans know about us. That big guy would try to eating me like an apple, so definitely don't tell them about us. Raw onion sounds disgusting, but okay. Ha ha ha. Are you plans going awry? Ha ha. Got another cornbread classic for you. Did you hear the bread maker's bakery burning down? No? Her business is now toast. Ha ha. That one's a little stale. Did you know how raspberry and milk were introduced? You tell her now. Raspberry milkshake. You let out an audible groan. Ha ha. Did cornbread teach you that one? Nope. Wasted an entire day on it. Ha ha ha. It was well worth the time and effort, Raspberry. Maybe you'll win the annual trumpet comedy competition this year. Of course, not while I'm here. I won't choke on stage this year. Isn't that every year, Brad? Ha ha ha. We still talk about that closing joke, Brad. You're going to do great this year. Anyways, don't even think of eating us if you're hungry. Trumpets stick together through thick and thin. Rain or shine, rain or shine, feast and famine. Did I swear to God repeating the line, or are we locking you up again? Life or death. That's right. Trumpets, move out. Trump has somehow managed to close the door on themselves. You bring the crusty bread and jam into the living room. Yay, more bread and jam. This is great. Karen stops as you bring in the food. Took you long enough. Karen looks at the 2 slices of bread left in the mason jar of raspberry jam. There's mold on these last 2 slices of bread. Karen is right. What is the matter with you? You grip the knife tightly in your hand. You think this is enough for 5 of us? Oh wait, we can't throw this bread away. What do we have left? Margaret's right. Italy, will mold spores give us food poisoning? No scientists, sorry. Let's pick up as much mold as we can. Can't leave with the floodwaters, so this will have to last us another day. The room grimly nods, ripping the bread apart like a pack of wolves. Gregor eats the biggest chunks of mold. Disgusting. Thanks again. Bread and jam isn't much of a meal, but it's more than what we had in Ukraine. Plenty of rainwater aside, so at least we won't die of dehydration. Until the storm is over, we shouldn't leave the cabin. It'd clear up if we just give it some time. Usually, what makes you think that? One of the books had weather reports. Very illiterate, so that's a lie. Heck, Karen, I've seen him read. He reads upside down. What do you think? Anatoly can read. Must be going blind. Thanks, I don't know why Karen would make something like that about me. Not fooling anyone. Karen has stormed off. Thanks for backing me up. I don't know, you seem like he likes to read. Could have someone so positive around him until he looks relieved. You think he'll remember that? I guess let's call it a day. Yeah, sure. Hopefully the rain lets up tomorrow. Everyone shuffles off to their sleeping areas 10 minutes later. Hey, Karen likes to find somebody's weakness to use it against them when she's frustrated. Just want to thank you for backing me up. You're very sweet. Usually looks at you with admiration. See you tomorrow. Anatoly looks like he's blushing as he walks away. You're definitely sure Anatoly will remember that. Your relationship is stronger. Nice. You go to bed very hungry. Oh, this could be so good. Oh, this is gonna be so good. We have no food for tomorrow, do we? You don't dream the entire night, but you sleep through everyone waking up. And that's how fast a deer can run if startled. Whoa. Incredible. Impressive, John. Wish we had deer here. So, food getting lower. Let's just skip today's meal. Pitch. No. It's only for one day. Various cultures and religions have practiced fasting throughout history. It doesn't make us feel any better. What options do we have? Our food wasn't rationed properly. Until he leaves mumbling to himself, so passive aggressive of him. Everyone moves to a separate area. Karen in the bedroom, Margaret in the living room, Fred in the kitchen, and Tilly in the bathroom. Who do you want to speak to? I guess I'll go into the kitchen. Oh! Didn't hear you coming. Haha. I was just double checking if there was any food we might have missed, but I couldn't get the drawer open. Did you give it a try? You nod. Great! While you do that, I'm going to do some more reading. I think Mariah will remember that. Later. You pull open the drawer with all your might. Hello. Is the thunderstorm keeping you up at night? You just need to roll with it. Rosemary whispers so quietly you lean over to listen. You need to talk soon, or we need to talk soon. Please listen to me when the time comes. Anyways, please don't let the others see us. That's right, Raspberry. Part of being Chupa is secrecy. I want those humans over here at meetings, now would we? Shake your head. Good. My pets, roll on out. Shut the drawer. Everyone looks pretty down this evening. I won't stop. We're all doing great, just a little longer. So hungry. Too. Wish everyone a good night. Get ready for bed. Stomach is growling more. Up. Dead. Wake up. Rainfall is non-stop again. Do you have anything to do with this? Answer her question. Hitch. Always thinking with your stomach, right? You could reconsider, might save what little humanity you have left. At least I tried. I won't let this weigh on my conscience. Go back to sleep, monster. Huh? What do you mean? You quickly forget about Raspberry's conversation. You have a strange dream of boys yelling at you in the kitchen. Keep telling him to lie down on the tray. He keeps screaming at you, calling you names. You show him how it's done. You lie down on the tray, make your body as flat as a board. Smile crawls across his face as anger turns to courage. He pushes you into the oven. As the stench of burning hair fills your lungs, you see him staring back at you. You wake up in a cold sweat. What the? What is going on with my dreams? Everyone seems to be sleeping in later than normal. Their stomachs must have kept them awake all night. Rain is still pouring outside. Barely make out the trees from. Yeah, we should have rationed better. You hear Mara getting up. She looks petrified. I couldn't sleep until he has bags under his eyes. The storm is too loud and looks out of it. The cabin was creaking so much last night. It sounded alive. It looks a little gaunt. I got a good look out the window. And all I saw was rain. Good observation. I was so hungry. Pacing around the bedroom. And turns to you. Is this going to end? Checked outside the door again. Flood waters keep rising. Fortunately, we're going to need to stay put unless one of us wants to run and bring water. Once the weather improves, we'll be able to scavenge supplies. Because this is the nearest town. I don't know. I have a map on you? I think I dropped a while running after Gregor. I'm sure it'll show up eventually. Ha ha ha. Ryan and Tilly go white as sheet. How are we gonna find our way back now? We'll have to ride out the storm. Ryan looks at you. We're down to our last slice of bread. I don't know how much longer we can keep and put off eating. Griff stares at you. We'll clear up in no time. You're right. Griff looks worried. I'll gravitate to different areas. Airspace optimism is wearing at Mariah's having trouble. Which one do you want to speak with today? Let's talk with Gregor today. Oh, he's in the kitchen. Oh, hey. I know you already searched the kitchen, but I had to double check. Fool's errand. I wish everyone was in better spirits. Can't rain forever, right? Rainfall in this area can last days to weeks. Tell Gregor to stay strong. You know what? Thank you. I was really thankful for your kindness. Her blushes a little bit. I always wanted to be the one that kept everyone in good spirits. It's obvious that you do that much better. I was looking at you fondly. For sure, Gregor will remember that. Let's go! The rain is pounding hard against the wooden cabin, but at least none of it is getting inside. Tell Gregor to keep his spirits up and join the others. You call everyone together, they all look nervous. You cut the tension in the room with a knife. Everyone is staring at you. They're expecting the last piece of bread for dinner. Bring it out. Everyone cannot take their eyes off of it. Instruct everyone to take a pinch. Slowly off 5 you tear it apart like a wishbone. Everyone studies their piece of bread carefully, knowing how long it will last. There's the first to eat hers, chewing each bite a few hundred times before swallowing it. Billy chews it cautiously, slowly swallowing as he looks at the others, and nibbles on it silently, eyes wide, moving from person to person. Gregor just pops in his mouth like a cherry. He inhaled it. Grip thinks you awkwardly. Not much. We've run out of options. So everyone good night and get ready for bed. We go to bed starving. Oh, we're gonna starve to death. This is so bad. I mean, at least we have water, but they should have went fishing or something. Good morning. Morning. Let me check if the rain has stopped. It's still flooding. What are we going to do? Humans can live about 2 to 3 weeks without food. Water isn't a concern. Rainfall should end in a day or two, right? Actually, precipitation can occur more than 250 days a year here. 215. But you really think it will rain that long? It's only been days already. What makes you think it'll stop? Vic, everyone, relax everyone. See how long we can ride this out. Fingers crossed so it's done by tomorrow. Panic is slowly creeping in. Everyone's looking scared. We need to survive. Wait, what about the jam? Or did we eat it all the other day? Aaron and Greg are gonna discuss next options. Do you want to speak with Mariah in the kitchen? Or Anatoly? Think instead about everything you've done wrong and how you've doomed everyone. You know what? Yes. You could have rationed the supplies. You crunched the numbers one more time. You could have reduced the amount of vegetables used in the stew. It was their first day. It impressed them. Was there anything you could have done differently? Mariah, Anatoly, Gregor, Karen, wonder if they're upset with you. Gregor calls the group over for a meeting. I don't think any of us can take this much longer. Gregor's voice starts to crack. I don't want to ask this, but it's time. One of us needs to go outside and search for food. Everyone is silent. I'll go. Mariah, I used to swim all the time near my house. Probably have the best chance of swimming through the floodwaters. No! Me go instead. I won't get very far if anything happens to your glasses. You're blind as a mole rat, remember? That's true, but... Little guy. Amigo. Gregory. Good to meet. Aaron. His arms are the longest. Probably the best at climbing. Oh, that wouldn't be right, Gregor. Let me go. Get that none of these options are good. Need to find food or help. Gregor's a branch from the woodpile. He cuts it in a different measurement. They can't come distance, so let's go for it. We'll each pick one. And the shortest will go outside to search for food. Guess it's fair. We're not worried about drawing. You saw Gregor cut their branch lengths. You picked the biggest. Watch the others. Will it be Gregor? Natalie? Karen? Will it be me? Like I got the shortest? Raya. Raya. Okay. No! I watched Anatoly Forge earlier. Don't know what to look out for. Good luck out there. Just swim until you find higher ground, then scout the area. You go find fish out there. Aaron looks heartbroken. Aaron, Natalie, Rigger, keep us alive. I promise. Promise. Oh, this is a sad game. What the heck? Everyone watches as Maya leaves the cabin. Silence is deafening. Goodbye. The door shuts behind her. You can hear her faintly yell how cold the water is. Then silence. Maya's left the cabin. I'm sure we'll see her again. The group nods. Everyone stays up, waiting and waiting. The sun is completely set. One by one, each person quietly shuffles off to bed. You have a strange dream. The two women in front of you could be twins. One of them being recognized, the other one is a cabin guest. You ask the guest to sit on a shovel. Then you try pushing it into the oven. The legs are so strong you can't get her into the oven. You curse at her repeatedly. Like this, you hiss. You stretch out your legs until your toes are almost sticking in the cold. You feel four hands on your shoulders and both of them push you in. The familiar smell of smoke and burning hair cause you to throw up on the embers. Can't let it end like this. You rip the metal door off the oven, tearing through the wood log of the cabin. Screaming, you chase the two through the woods. One of them looks behind her, eyes widening when she sees you. She's terrified. You've never been this angry in your entire life. You're gaining on them. They can't run forever. As you trample through a field of wheat, the guest throws a piece of cloth behind her. You catch the glint of it in the sun, golden. As if by magic, the earth splits in front of you, creating a chasm of fire below. You fall downward, screaming as your eyes begin to sizzle from the heat. Hellfire fills your lungs. You're unable to scream anymore. You wake up in a cold sweat. Oh, I have a bad feeling about Mariah. It's been a week. Good morning. Do you think she made it to higher ground? I believe in her. Me too. She'll be fine. Right, little guy? Wait, where does friend go? So what do we do now? Just wait? Aaron, how long? It's been almost a day since she left. Tully and Gregor look nervous. He needs to go and look for her. We need to wait. Wait for what? The nearest town is miles and miles away. Waiting is all we can do. So it could be days before she gets back. What if she was supposed to eat rice? Aaron, I'm sure Aunt and Tilly will agree, but we'll discuss the next options when we get to it. I never should have eaten that much. I'm. Aaron's hands are involuntarily shaking. Gregor and Aunt Tilly just not in agreement. I don't even need her to elaborate. Your sure Mariah will make it back. Promise. Everyone retreats to a corner. What do you want to do today? With Anatoly and with Karen in the bedroom. And let's just go in the kitchen. Hey, the kitchen definitely doesn't feel the same without Mariah. Her laugh, her smile. I never got to tell her how I felt about her. She'll be back, right? You nod. Yeah. I wish we had Russian better. Me too. He decided to distract Anatoly with an old story. There was once a villager who had to stock up supplies for the winter. He filled his house with a cow, a sack of grains from the field, and 92 buckets of water, mostly for the cow. He ran out of room quickly. One day the villager grew sick. He knew he needed the life-giving milk for the cow to survive the winter, but when he attempted to milk the cow, his grip was too weak to grasp her udders. In desperation, he began to boil the grains. The cow cried out for food, but the villager could only afford to feed himself. Each night, the cries of the cow kept him awake, until one day he finally ran out of food. The villager crawled into bed for the last time, sobbing as the snow deepened outside. The cow's sad eyes stared back at him. He wanted to comfort the cow, but the buckets blocked his path. He was too weak, too sick. The final noise. Oh my god, that's so sad. The final noise he heard was the cow still crying out for food. One haunting note to end his life. Anatoly looks horrified with your story. The trumpets can wait. You leave Anatoly to his thoughts. Oh, that's so messed up. I can't stop thinking about that vegetable stew. I'd be fine with the bread and jam. I'd be fine with just the strawberries. Nobody else laughs. I would kill for some vegetables right about now. Would too. Going to try to get some sleep. Night. Night. Fall asleep quickly. You only dream about. Huh? You wake up in a cold sweat in a completely different room. The hunger's getting to all of us. Oh no. Good morning. Aaron's looking worse. Will you cook for the group today? Cook. You take out a cutlet of meat and begin to cook in the oven. You cooked meat. Where did you get that? Ignore Karen's question. What's that smell? Gregor finally gets off the couch. Where did you? The three are looking at you, salivating. You take the charred meat out of the oven, cutting it into small pieces. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. They immediately grabs some off the plate, chewing furiously. You take a piece and immediately devour it. Do you have any more of this? You explain how the meat is stored securely hidden so you can ration better this time. I understand. You. Until he runs into the bathroom, puking in the toilet. You can hear him sobbing for a few minutes. This tastes. Gregor wanders off. Until he returns, looking choked up. I was too weak. Left you some. Don't fight this. No! Until he takes a piece from the plate, turning his back to the group as he eats. No, you can hear him crying. Finally, my focus is coming back. Going to read some of those books. Keep them occupied, okay? Aaron leaves you with the men. Who do you want to talk to? I guess Anatoly. You knock on the door. Anatoly, you slowly open it. Are you okay, bro? For checking in on me? You ask if you still feel sick. Not anymore. Please don't tell me where the meat came from. The less I know, the better. You nod. Thank you. For sure, Anatoly will remember. I don't think I want. You know what? It's mice, maybe. I don't know. I don't think I want to know. I don't like the fact that Mariah isn't back. You leave Anatoly and tidy up some parts of the kitchen. Hours passed. The meal gave everyone the perseverance to keep going. They could never be satiated now. We've waited long enough. What's for dinner? You calmly explain that you want to ration the meat better this time. No dinner. Fine. Understand. I can wait. Argument's perfect. No one decides to call it an early night. I'll sleep instantly. Not another weird dream. No. I have a strange dream. You're having dinner with the blacksmith. He's not touching his food. The only light in the room comes from the oven. Clears his throat, stroking his beard. I can forge anything he says. Your eye has been giving you issues lately, so you reply, forge me a new eye then. You laugh, but then the rope comes out, ties you to your chair with a long rope to prevent you from moving. You rip the rope apart without even trying, so the blacksmith uses a thicker one. No turning back now. The blacksmith takes out a hot poker out of the coals, makes his eyes glow as he scolds at you. He slowly brings back the poker, aiming carefully for your eye, before plunging No! The force of the blow throws you backward. You're unable to break the ropes. Black mist stands over you, spitting on your body as he races the poker again. You wake in a cold sweat. Dude, what are up with these dreams? What happened to the trumpets? You wake up to see Gregor looking out the window. He turns to you, not smiling. Take a look out the window. Do you notice anything? The floodwaters have receded a little, but everyone's still bound to the cabin. The trail used to be completely visible. It's gone now. Good morning, big guy. Where's Mariah? This might sound a little crazy, but every night around 2, I can hear her outside. She's making this awful gurgling noise like she's trying to get water out of her lungs. Have you heard her? Times when the rain gets faint, I think I can hear her whispering. I haven't heard anything like that. When she's whispering, it's like she's trying to tell you something, right? Yes. What is up with his face? I sometimes hear her crying through the radio. That's just a broadcast, right? I think we should have another piece of meat for breakfast. It's what she would have wanted. Gone into you, Anatoly. Anatoly looks at you, begging. Bring us another slab, please. He clearly doesn't have the stomach for it. I can't get the taste out of my mouth. Help me. Anatoly. Gregor looks hurt by Anatoly's words. I think he's right. Just bring us more. Grab some of the meat from your secret hiding place. You cut it into squares, adding it to some boiling cauldron. Water. Tastes bland without any seasoning, but you need to serve it quickly. Smells good. What's taking so long? Boil it faster. Looks almost done. Patience. Finally finished. You serve the meat in bowls. Gregor drinks the broth first before swallowing chunks whole until he creates ripples of the broth with his finger. He isn't eating. I'm sorry about earlier, everyone. I don't know what's overtook me. Mariah. Chloe begins to weep. I look over at Karen. You didn't notice her eating. It's empty bowl now. Karen is staring right at you. How much more meat is left? When how most of it has gone bad. The last of it. How could you be so careless? You remember Karen's knife. You think fast. What are we supposed to do? Wait around? Storm isn't ending. Clear your throat. It's holy? Yes. I think tomorrow you should look for Mariah. I think you should go tomorrow, little guy. Nobody else can identify edible plants. Please come back after looking. Gregor's right. Maybe you'll find Mariah out there. You're right, Mariah's still out there. He still hasn't accepted what happened yet. He doesn't need anyone's help. Wait, he needs your help, Anatoly. That's right, Anatoly. Please help us. Let me sleep on it, okay? No problem, little guy. Yep. Everyone shuffles off to their rooms, reading books and knitting to pass the time. Go off to bed. Raya, something is approaching. Don't be a crybaby, it's just me! Onion! Not going to be very sweet today. I'm worried about Anatoly. He is going to cave to peer pressure. Can you stop him from leaving the cabin? You don't answer, Onion. Please, don't you trust my advice? Shake your head. Guys, Got a fun factoid for you. Did you know that leaving out an unpeeled onion in your room absorbs bacteria? It will help prevent colds and ward off viruses. That was a lie. People actually believe it in the 1500s. How embarrassing. People believe that. Ha ha. There even was a doctor in 1919 who tricked people into thinking it was true. Ha ha. Anyways, you know what smells worse than a raw onion left in a room? You. Not a while since your last bath, right? I can't remember. I had to smell you before I even came in the room. Yikes! So, you stop Anatoly from leaving? I know you asked cabin fever, but this is ridiculous. Anatoly can make his own decisions. Please, you don't need another one stuck in the hallways, tapping on the windows, crying through the radio. You have the sun urge to scream. Why do you think I've been using the mouse holes to get around? Scared to death that I'll run into her. Don't make me tattle to cabbage about you. Can be as mean as potato if you get on her bad side. Just kidding, she's great. Anyways, the time comes, just tell Anatoly you care about him. You don't want him to leave. Even if it's only for me, okay? You can trust me. Now, if you excuse me, I need to work on some new ice skates. They're for the frying pan tomorrow. Nothing beats sliding around on butter. Later! You completely forget the conversation with Onion. You fall asleep, still hungry. And of course the meat went bad. You have a strange dream. Fox is collecting payment from you. You despise them, so you put 2 dogs at the bottom of the sack, then add 6 chickens on top. The fox smiles at you and leaves. At some point on its journey, the fox will eventually open the sack. Dogs will tear the fox in half. But with such loathing for the fox, you gave him the only thing you have for food. Storm rages outside. As the snow piles up, you begin to eat whatever you can find. Pillowcases, candles, leather. One day you wake up, you have nothing left to eat. Absolutely nothing. A few days later, you go mad, leave the cabin, completely ravenous. You just begin to look like hard meat. You would take a cut out of one, tearing your gums apart by the splinters. Your mouth fills quickly with blood as you wade through the snow. Days later, a deer gallops by. First creature in the woods to see your corpse. Wake up in a cold sweat. Feels terrible in the living room. One puked in a corner. He wiped it up with a rag to save the embarrassment. Morning. Morning, little guy. Well, your decision. I barely slept. I could hear her whispers coming from the basement. She kept telling me to go outside. Oh, I don't want to rush you. One of us puked last night. Really? Totally. Patience is wearing thin. 1 hour to make a decision. Why so quickly? Because I'm not waiting any longer. See the glint of Karen's knife under her dress. Best to watch out for that knife. Group disperses. Tensions seem to be rising. You have 1 hour to kill. What do you want to do? Chat with Anatoly. Anatoly looks pale. Thanks for coming over. Anatoly seems comforted by your presence. If you checked out the basement, every so often I can see her peeking at me through the holes. I don't want to go out. I don't want her tormenting me anymore. Know what's down there, don't you? No. Wow. You aren't fooling anyone. You just get away from me. Oblige. Looks like I totally will remember that. Call everyone together for a meeting. Tell you okay? He looks pale, like he's going to pass out. Give me your decision. Yes. Help you all out. Promise. Thank you. Tears rolled down Gregor's cheeks. I'll miss you. Miss you, little guy. You. This wasn't easy, but it's for the best. Man, why are all the people who I keep bonding close with keep leaving? Goodbye, little dude. Good luck out there. Aaron. Yes. Here looks at you expectantly. Did you want to say anything?